Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy Ace back with another Madden 20 Alphabet head-to-head online gameplay, and today we have none other than the Minnesota Vikings, the last team in the M. So, I mean, hey, special video today because honestly, guys, I just want to thank you just for all the support that this series has gotten so far. I mean, the views, they're getting up there. I really am appreciative of it. A couple of videos ago, we really weren't getting, a lot of views on all the other videos, like the Bears and stuff like that. But ever since then, we've been getting a lot of views, a lot of support on the channel. Thank you guys for all the likes on the video. Yesterday, we actually, as I'm making this video, we have 6 likes. So that's crazy. Really appreciative of that. It's gonna pretty much help me continue to make this series, and just you guys need to let me know what can I do to make this series even better than what it is. I'm getting used to this new editing software, so as soon as I get even better with it, then I can only imagine, the sky's the limit. We can only go up from here. So thank you guys once again, and let's get right into this video. So today we have the Minnesota Vikings, and they have been one of the more active free agency teams. So there's like a couple of topics I want to talk about, and before we get into talking about their offense and defense, so there have been a couple of moves, a couple of head scratchers in my opinion, but hey, let's talk about the big news which happened a couple of days ago, and that is with Stefon Diggs being traded to the Buffalo Bills. And I mean, to be honest with you guys, this was kind of coming. I mean, as you guys could possibly tell if you were watching the playoffs, I mean, Stefon Diggs just constantly decided to just show all this frustration on the sideline, and commentators and cameras make sure to pick that kind of stuff up because, hey, it's great content for TV. But at the same time, it's a team game. You're not going to get the ball every play, but at the same time, you do have to kind of feel for Stefon Diggs in some aspects because, I mean, hey, when you are a dynamic playmaker like he was for the Vikings, especially being a 6th round pick, a diamond in the rough, I would be pretty upset too. If I knew how good I was and I wasn't getting the ball, I'd probably show some frustration, especially knowing that I could go to any other team and just basically do my thing. And there were a lot of teams that wanted him, and we saw this plenty of times because his brother actually was posting about him possibly going to the Washington Redskins. I believe it was like sometime in the offseason last year, and we knew he didn't like being in Minnesota for a little while now, and it kind of sucks for Vikings fans. Let me know what you guys think of the trade. Did you guys like it? Do you guys think you could have got more out of it? And what do you guys think you're going to do at the receiver position? Because now, as well as him leaving, you also had Laquan Treadwell leaving and going to the Atlanta Falcons, I believe. I could be wrong. I'm not too sure, but that's just off the top of the dome right now. So 2 big losses at wide receiver for them. And before we get into the other signing and their losses, I just want to talk about the offense for a second, because now that Stefon Diggs is no longer there, Adam Thielen, clear #1 receiver on that roster. He's a 1,000-yard receiver. He's proven this. Crazy what we were seeing in the playoffs, guys, because honestly, the last couple of weeks of the NFL season was pretty rough, in my opinion, because they really weren't targeting Adam Thielen that much, and it showed, man. I mean, not for nothing, I had him on my fantasy team, and I think he gave me like half a point or something like that during one of those weeks, and Adam Thielen was even getting pissed off that he wasn't getting the ball. And it's crazy. Somebody like him, you're not getting them the ball. Let me know what you guys think, whether it's Kirk Cousins just not finding his receivers, or if it's the offense. We know now that the Minnesota Vikings, they're a run-first offense. I couldn't tell you how many times the commentators have made that a talking point last year during their games. Almost every single game, you would hear something about, new offense, run first offense, Kevin Stefanski, blah blah blah, who is actually now the Cleveland Browns coach. That's going to be crazy to see him turning that team into a running offense, especially because Baker Mayfield had kind of like a off season last year. But this video is not about the Cleveland Browns. It's about the Minnesota Vikings, and it's going to be interesting to see how they operate under a new offensive coordinator next year, and see if they bounce back and make the playoffs once again. And it's going to be a little tougher this time because you don't have somebody like Stefon Diggs, but you never know. That offense can still be deadly. The offensive line, in my opinion, is definitely good. I mean, when you can run the ball efficiently like that, you're definitely going to be one of the top offenses in the NFL because, even though it's kind of like a thing for teams to shy away from running the ball in today's generation, if you have a great run game, you're going to win football games, and that's just how it works. So that's pretty much it for their offense. And we can also talk about real quick tight end Kyle Rudolph. I mean, one of the more trustworthy tight ends in the NFL. I actually forgot to talk about him. And hey, he won him the playoff game last year against the Saints, even though it was a questionable call. Sorry, Saints fans, if you're watching this, or Vikings fans. It was a little questionable, not gonna lie. But hey, you win, you win. That's all it comes down to. And they happened to win the game, and they went on to the next round. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for them. But it doesn't matter, I mean, at least they're making the playoffs. They went from, pretty much Teddy Bridgewater era to the Kirk Cousins era, and it worked out for them. So it's good for the Vikings, and they seem like they pretty much know what they want in their future, because they also extended Kirk Cousins 2 years, I believe, or something like that. And it's another shaky topic, but I'm going to let you guys debate that in the comment section below. Me personally, I like Kirk Cousins. I think he's a pretty decent quarterback, but hey, other people have different opinions. So if you guys have a different opinion, let me know in the comment section below. Duke it out. Just, have fun. Now, for the last 2 topics or points of discussion for this video is none other than the signing of Michael Pierce, defensive tackle, coming over from the Baltimore Ravens. The Vikings letting Linval Joseph go just to sign somebody like Michael Pierce. Don't get me wrong, Michael Pierce is a really good defensive tackle. He's probably going to fill up that hole perfectly, but Linval Joseph, long-time Viking. I believe he's still a free agent the time I'm making this video. So it hurts to see him go, but at the same time, they pretty much just replace him with, I'm pretty sure Michael Pierce is a little younger. So, you could say it's a good pickup for them. My honest opinion, it's just you're getting rid of a player to get the same kind of player right back. So it is what it is. And the second point of discussion, because we're running out of time here, Xavier Rhodes has been released by the Vikings, and he actually has signed with the Indianapolis Colts. And hey, man, Xavier Rhodes, I still believe he's a top cornerback in the NFL. It's very sad to see him go because he's been a Viking for a long, long time, was their #1 cornerback for a very long time. He's 29 years old, still pretty young in my opinion, and I honestly, he might have had a down year last year according to a lot of analysts, but who knows? He could still be in his prime. You never know. Maybe he just needs a change of scenery. So it's going to be fun to see him play next year. It's going to suck to see him in another uniform, Vikings fans. But hey, at the end of the day, he is going to ball out, in my opinion. And he's going to be able to do it on a playoff caliber team in the Indianapolis Colts. And that's another thing, man. The Vikings defense, it looks like it's going to get a little shaken up by these moves in free agency, but you never know. They could bounce back pretty easily, and I mean, that's all I really have for this video, guys. As you guys see, we played one game in this gameplay, and we just, yet another game we choked to the 49ers. It's absolutely gut-wrenching, but hey, we're going to bounce back in the next one. That's all I have for you guys today. It's your boy Ace. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.